Hey there everybody, this is Ananya and from this video onward we will be starting with pandas. Now it's going to be a long ride, so stick with me as we learn pandas through various projects and exercises and not only theory. Okay, so let's just have a quick introduction to pandas today and also see how we can go about the installation process, which is very simple. Now, pandas is utilized to such great extents that giving it justice is a very tough task. Pandas is basically your data's home. NumPy is very cool, but we still need some higher level of data analysis to be performed. And through pandas, you can do just that. May it be data analysis, importing various data from various file formats, such as CSV files, JSON files, anything, Excel files. Pandas allows various data manipulation operations also, and you can clean the data, and also data wrangling features are possible. Now, what is data wrangling? That is basically changing the formats of various files, okay? So in short, you need to analyze, cleanse, and transform data. Pandas is to the rescue. For example, let's say you have some sort of a data set in your PC and you want to perform some actions on it. So what you do is, or whatever you can do on it via pandas, is you can extract the data into a data frame, basically a table. We'll be looking into that, of course. Now you can calculate various statistics on it, get average, median, then find some relation between various columns, then plot it, analyze it using, let's say you can plot it using Matplotlib. We'll be doing that too. And maybe you want to store the output in a different file format. Let's say from CSV, you want to store it into a database. You can do that too. So before all of that, we need to have a clear understanding of some very important topics in Python, such as lists, dictionaries, tuples, basically all the data structures, how can we iterate, and most importantly, we need to know NumPy. Now, we have done all of this. We have covered all of this in our series. So many lectures previously, we have done all of it, and now we are ready to go ahead into pandas. Now, just now I said we need to know NumPy. Why do you think that's the case? Well, pandas is built on top of the NumPy package. So it depends heavily on NumPy for various objects and operations and its arrays, okay? So data in pandas is often used to feed statistical analysis in SciPy, and you can plot functions from Matplotlib, and basically everything is possible. Now that we know how does pandas work, what all can we do with pandas? Let's just hop right into it, okay? We know NumPy, we know the basics of Python. Let pandas, we are coming. All right, so for this session, and rather say throughout the entire Pandas series, we will be using Jupyter Notebook because the thing is, it's way more easier to run just a specific cell and try out a piece of code rather than running the entire thing, which will be time consuming, obviously. But Pandas works exactly the same and perfectly fine on any other text editor or IDE. So it's totally up to you, absolutely your choice. Now what you can go ahead and do is either say pip install, open up your terminal or your command line and say pip install pandas, or else simply conda install pandas, all right? Now since either pip or conda, now since we are already into Jupyter Notebook, let me just say an exclamation mark. Now, what does that do is, it basically tells your cell that this is a command line, let's say, statement, okay? This is not a code. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy this, and I'll say pip install pandas. All right, you can go ahead and do that too. I'm going to go ahead and run it. All right, so I basically got a requirement already satisfied statement because I already have it. Now this is what you can do. Let's understand two basic concepts of pandas. Okay, just very short. So it's about series and data frames. Now this is your first step towards pandas. Now what is a series? As you all can see by the image, it's a one-dimensional array. Alright, just one dimension. And let's say you have two series, movies and books. So what I'm trying to depict here is there's a movie which was also previously a book, and you basically are trying to join the movie and its corresponding book. So I have two different series. Now if I concatenate both of these, what I get is a data frame. Now this becomes multi-dimensional. Alright, so you have movies and books joined together, a series and a data frame which basically have the same operations possible. There's no difference in it. So what I'm going to do is I'll show you all how to create a data frame manually by yourself. Now it's no big deal. I'm just going to say import pandas as PD. We always give a nice alias to it. Run that. And I'm going to create a dictionary, all right? That's the easiest way for you all to create a data frame. Of course, you will have to typecast it, or rather say pass the dictionary to a data frame function. Anyhow, I'm going to name it movies and books, the shortest form possible. And let me just go ahead and type this. Okay, this is my dictionary MNB, movies and books. And I have made key value pairs, the values basically being lists. So what I'm going to do is into a variable df, I shall say pd, because that's the pandas alias, pd.dataframe. And what you do is simply pass in m and b. Let's go ahead and print out df right now. And there you go. Okay, there seems to be an issue. Okay, this is m and b. Sorry, my bad. And there you go. Do you see how pretty this data frame turned out to be? Remember, data frame was the table. So do you see this is absolutely imaginable and pictorial, and that's how beautiful pandas can be if you can arrange and manipulate your data properly. So now that we have a slight but very clear idea of how to go about pandas, I'll meet you all next time to start off with an exercise or project and also learn your concepts accordingly and simultaneously. Alright, bye-bye for now. I hope you all will enjoy the forthcoming series. Bye-bye. I'll see you all soon.